What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, newly crowned unified lightweight world champion Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr. He's preparing for his massive upcoming undisputed showdown with undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin "The Dream" Haney, who has 27 wins, no loss and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. With that said, George Kambosos, 20 wins, no loss and no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'9" with a 68-inch arm reach. They scheduled to face off June 4th here in the United States, June 5th in Australia, because Australia is a day ahead of the States. With that said, George Kambosos Jr. in preparation. Now, he told the boxing world that Devin Haney is an email champion. He's not an official champion. He was looking to face off against two-time Olympic gold medalist, three-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl "High-Tech" Lomachenko. Okay? That's who he wanted to face off against. Vasyl Lomachenko was his number one opponent. And he stated that Vasyl Lomachenko is a real champion. Devin Haney was not. George Kambosos Jr. has brought in middleweights now to help him prepare for Devin Haney, who's not a big puncher. George Kambosos, he stated Devin Haney's not a knockout artist. He doesn't have a lot of power, and he's chinny. Well, now he's bringing in middleweights to help prepare for Devin Haney. Now, why would you bring in middleweights to prepare you for a guy that doesn't have punching power? So, and we also know that now Devin Haney has revealed that he is in the clean boxing program. Okay, we know that also Victor Conte, founder of Snack, Victor Conte's founder of, Balco, who was dealing with some issues with Balco. Obviously, we know the history of Balco with the baseball, Major League Baseball players, and the history of Victor Conte, Mimo Herrera. We know the history of those situations, right? In which Errol Spence Jr., undefeated unified WBC IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr., he was being questioned by Victor Conte for not releasing his information regarding his testing for his highly anticipated upcoming showdown with WBA welterweight world champion Cuban star boxer Yordenis Ugas. So Errol Spence, he debunked that notion. He clarified everything. He made it clear that he's in a clean boxing program. So Devin Haney is not a big puncher, and now he's revealed that he's in the clean boxing program, okay? And Victor Conte, he stated that he thanked Devin Haney for revealing that information. Why does it have to be a secret? I agree with Victor Conte when he says there's no need for it to be a secret as to, what's going on with the stringent testing. But I do think that Victor Conte, is pushing the line, and Errol Spence has been accused of this 10 times over. But now, when you boil it down to Devin Haney's clean boxing program, so we know he's not having any unfair advantages. And if he's not a big puncher, then why are you, George Kambosos Jr., bringing in middleweights to prepare you for Devin Haney? He's not a big puncher. Now I can see if you was in a fight with Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is considered to be a bigger puncher than than Devin Haney, okay? Devin Haney is what people call pillow-fisted, right? That's how people describe his power, pillow-fisted, okay? Devin Haney, is a pure boxer, but he's chinny. Well, George Kambosos Jr. is bringing in middleweights to help prepare for Devin Haney. Now, we know George Kambosos Jr. has not, stood on his square and stood to any one of his words. He initially stated he wanted to fight Devin Haney for undisputed. He knew he had to go through Devin Haney to be considered and ruled undisputed. And then he took to his social media and stated that he's already undisputed. He didn't need to fight with Devin Haney. He stated that he was not going to do what Teofimo Lopez did before he upset Teofimo Lopez former unified lightweight world champion, and playing the games and running around and maneuver around Devin Haney. Well, he's doing the same thing, if not worse. He stated that he didn't want a rematch clause. He just wanted the fight to take place in Australia for Undisputed. Devin Haney obliged. He said there's no reason, absolutely no way, and no rhyme or reason for having a rematch clause. And yet Devin Haney had to sign an immediate rematch clause that would see Devin Haney fight George Kambosos should he win once again in Australia. We know that he stated it's not about money. It's about legacy and entertaining the fans. And, well, we know he has changed that. Okay? He's moved from that, to it being about legacy and entertaining the fans to it being about money. So now, clearly, he's concerned with something that Devin Haney brings to the table because he's bringing in middleweights. You would think that he would bring in welterweights, junior welterweights, 140-pounders. But he's bringing in full-fledged middleweights to prepare for Devin Haney, okay? 54-pounders, 47-pounders, 40-pounders. They fight at 135. Bringing in 160-pounders. So clearly there's something there that he's concerned with when in regards to Devin Haney, Devin Haney's punching power, Devin Haney's abilities, Devin Haney's accuracy, Devin Haney overall, okay? So with that said, the fight is scheduled to take place June 4th, like I stated. He never wanted this fight, right? That's the reason why he was trying to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko is 5'6", with a 66-inch arm reach. He's 33 years old and he's not a champion. There was always pause and cause for concern on the part of George Kambosos Jr. and his team. Thus the reason why they didn't want to fight Devin Haney to begin with. George Kambosos Jr. understands that Lomachenko was simply unavailable. And so the next best option, because ESPN, Top Rank, and Bob Arum were going to get involved because George Kambosos Jr.'s current promoter, Lou DiBella, does not have a platform in which he can showcase George Kambosos Jr.'s talents on. He doesn't have a network. He has a relationship with ESPN. He had a relationship with the PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman. But that has, I gather, run its course. And now he's looking to get a deal done with the biggest sporting platform in the world, ESPN, and they have a relationship with Top Rank. Obviously, they have a partnership, so that's where they showcase their talents. And so, since they showcase their talents there, that's where Lou DiBella was initially trying to get in where you fit in. Okay, make it pay you back, and that was the goal. And so Devin Haney, they understand that it's a huge challenge and it's an uphill battle to beat Devin Haney because of his style. And thus the reason why George Kambosos Jr. from the very beginning, his tone has changed. His views on Devin Haney has changed, right? Initially, he said Devin Haney was a good fighter that he respected. Devin Haney never said anything disrespectful to George Kambosos Jr. to change his temperature on Devin Haney. But he did. And he did so because there's a lot of cause for concern there. Okay? He doesn't feel comfortable fighting Devin Haney. They can tell you all they want that Devin Haney's pillow-fisted, he's chinny, but Devin Haney is a very good pure boxer. Devin Haney's very slick. Devin Haney has respectable power. He has a knockout of the year already under his belt. It's not Devin Haney's fault. He pushed for the fight with Lomachenko. I believe that they like their chances with Lomachenko because of the size difference in the age and bringing Lomachenko over to, he already has 2 losses, 16 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 11 wins by way of knockout. Lomachenko is 33, 5'6", with a 66-inch arm reach. He's lost twice already. If Lomachenko has stoppages, doesn't have thudding, changing power. He has 11 knockouts, and those are all stoppages. TKOs and KOs is completely different. Lomachenko's not the biggest puncher in the world. He overwhelms his opponents with his activity. He didn't stop Nicholas Walters. When they was calling him Lomachenko, saying that all his opponents was quitting on the stool, he wasn't knocking him out and knocking him down and just dominating them. No, he was overwhelming his opponents. And they were getting frustrated and they called it quits. Guillermo Rigondeaux didn't get knocked out. He was getting overwhelmed. Nicholas Walters didn't get knocked out. He was getting overwhelmed. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Lomachenko, but they claim that Devin Haney doesn't have power. It's the style approach. Styles make fights. And just because you're a knockout artist don't mean you'll beat the pure boxer. So George Kambosos is bringing in middleweights to spar to help prepare him for Devin Haney because he's concerned. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.